Okay, first you're going to start with your fabric. It's 2 pieces, 9 inches by 7 inches. Okay, put your right sides facing each other. This is the bottom side. Pin 2 pins with a 2-inch gap. Okay, because the 2 inches in between does not get sewn. Put another pin on this side, just so the fabric doesn't move around. Okay, then you're gonna fold over one side edge like that, so you can pin your elastic, and it goes about 5/8 of an inch from the edge. Okay, and it goes between the 2 pieces of fabric. Okay, pin this one in here. Okay, then we pin this one down here. Measure my 5/8. There you go. Then we're going to flip it around and do the same to the other side. Okay, so here is it all pinned together, the elastic. So now we're gonna stitch up the sides. So you're gonna start from this pin here. You're gonna sew down this way. You're gonna 3/8 of an inch. Start from here, sew down here, pivot, stitch down here. Now, when you go over the elastic, you got to double reinforce it. So go over it once, back stitch it, and go over it again. Same thing for all 4 of the elastic. Okay, go that side, then this side, pivot again, and then this side, pivot again, and then we finish here. Make sure you back stitch your front and end, beginning and end pieces, so it doesn't come apart. So that's what we're going to do now.
Hey, Dad, how you doing? How's your hand doing?
It's swelling down a little bit. I finally figured out what caused it.
Oh,
A day or so before my hand really started to swell up, I was practicing my golf swing because I hadn't practiced at all for a few days.
oh,
The trouble gripping it the way I wanted to grip it.
Okay, so finish stitching it all the way around, except for the 2-inch gap right there. Okay, the next step, you're gonna clip the corners, but don't clip too close to your stitching. Okay.
Yeah, making some fried rice. We haven't had that in a long time.
Okay.
So I went and picked up some onions and gonna make a pot of fried rice.
Turn it right side out,
That'll last for a few days.
so that little opening there. So you can do is
Yeah.
grab the elastic and then
Oh, okay. Okay,
pull the
Dad.
fabric with it.
All right. Well, we love you. You keep in touch.
Okay.
Yeah, right. I know you do, but I'm not sure about the rest. All right, Dad, we love you. Bye-bye.
Then pull on the elastic on the corners. Then you want to try to pull the fabric out. Okay, so my trick, so I don't have to iron it, is get as much of that fabric like that, But then the corners, you're gonna have to pull those out. So I just take a pin and just kind of pull out the corner.
Oh man.
That. And next one. Okay. And then this one. Come on. And then the last corner. Okay. And just kind of press it down with your hands. Then you gotta mark the points where you're going to do your pleating. So this is a 6-inch gauge. So I marked the middle, which is 3 inches. Okay, then 4.5 inches. And 1.5 here. Okay. All right. Okay. Then I just kind of fold it over like that so I can mark the other side. And there. And one more. Right there. Okay. Then figure out which is your. This is the bottom side because it's got the opening. And so you want to fold down, right? So your folds are going to go like, basically your fold's going to go like this. Okay. So you kind of take that pin and do your fold it over for the pleat. Okay, you see that? And then same thing on the other side. And I measure it, just kind of eyeball it. You don't want to fold it over. You don't want to pleat it so that it's too close to the next pin. So that's kind of how I measure it. And then do the same thing on the next pin. Because you see, if they're too close, you're going to be overlapping the pleats. So, okay, like that one. So I fold it where the pin is, and then bring it. I'm going to adjust this because I think these are a little too close together. There you go. It doesn't have to be exact, but you basically want to get your 3 pleats in, and you want to make sure both sides are kind of even. You don't want one side wider than the other. Okay. Fold this one. Okay, then to make sure it's even, I kind of fold it like that. Oh. Okay. It's close enough. It's not perfect, but it's close enough for me. Okay, now that you got the pleats pinned, you're gonna start stitching like down here, because I just figure it's not as noticeable on the bottom side as if, because you're gonna have to do a back stitch. If you do it up here, it's just more noticeable, but not that it doesn't really matter for functionality purposes. It's all good. Okay, so I start, and I do about about a 1/4 of an inch. I just do the inside of my foot there. Okay. This side. Pivot. Stitch down here. You're gonna stitch over those pleats.
Yep. Yeah, there you go. Big five. Big five. Super cheap and good shoes. Good. Oh, look at you guys. Look at them, boy. Oh, yeah. Oh, he's tired, boy. He wasn't good enough.
Okay, all done. Finished the stitching. See? And
Remember my fried rice we used to make?
now it's ready to put on.
You remember the fried rice we used
See?
to make?